Start things off with a few questions of my own, and then I'll rove and pass the mic for anything that you out there have. Still, when I watched the film last night, I was really kind of astounded by the family of both sides. It felt to me that Sarah and Elizabeth, you were sisters, and so many movies that I see people talk about, oh, we spent 4 weeks living together in a house so that we could feel like husband and wife. It felt to me like you guys had already shared gestures along the way. And then the cult, again, you know, by all means, it felt to me that same sort of thing, that these had been people who had been living in a space together, took on the same habits, the same attitudes, had been informed by John's character. How did you make that happen? Because I didn't hear about 6 weeks of rehearsal of you all living in the woods or anything along those lines, Sean.
I think that, I guess, I don't really know how it happened, but from my standpoint, I guess I just knew what I wanted it to feel like and just kept doing it until it felt that way. I don't really know how other way to describe it.
Did you look for common gestures or things that really would unite the characters or anything like that?
No, I write a scene and it's written very specifically and very detailed, but when we get into, once we start rehearsing, I don't look at it ever again, and I say, you know, what do you guys want to do? You know, what lines work right? How do you want to block this? Like, it's very, very collaborative. So I think, you know, we all work together to find things, ways of doing scenes and reshaping them, and just always making sure that they felt true. So it's really a collaboration.
Was the work that Elizabeth and Sarah that you guys did together in terms of the backstory beyond that bad aunt?
We did sit down with Sean for some form of rehearsal for that one afternoon. It was really one afternoon. We sat on a bench outside the hotel there that I didn't get the pleasure of staying at the Rockland House. We stayed at Tanana Lake, and that was a whole other special experience. But you know, we talked a lot about the backstory, and I think it was actually just luck that we kind of had a sort of instantaneous rapport and liked each other, I think, more than was going to be helpful in telling the story at sometimes. But maybe that was good to have that, you know, benevolent underlayer towards each other, which was nice.
I think it helped make it feel like you had a history.
Yeah, that there was, I hope, I don't know, but
it felt very much to me that neither one of you would put up with each other's shit.
Yeah.
There's a whole history of
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I think Sean had to put up with our shit.
Yeah, he was trying to get us to stop singing show tunes in between setups. Like, remember, it's, you know, you guys are having it's a little tense between you. You're like, you don't own me. Not really.
And John and everyone, in terms of the cult, was there anything any indoctrination rituals that you had to go through with the group?
Not particularly, but I think that sharing a rickety rundown motel that had a bar and restaurant, and it kind of was our only place to be each night after filming was beneficial.
I do try to tell the agents that by not actually giving good amenities, we will be eliciting a much better performance.
Yeah, that's right.
I learned that.
Torture the performers. The more torture of the performer, the better the film, you're saying. Yeah. So that's a dangerous precedent, I must say. No, you know, we just kind of fell in as a group, and the fact that the farmhouse where we shot near Livingston Manor had no cell phone service and therefore no computer service, I think made us bond together and just be there together. It was the most surreal thing every night, driving back to the motel in a 15-passenger van, and about 10 minutes into the trip, you hear beep beep, da-da-da, beep-a-da, like thousands of messages pouring into people's personal communication devices.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone knew that if you were at the screening, that was one of the things that out there was no internet connection, no phones, one line, kind of a. That always is the key to brainwashing, actually.
Exactly.
Anyone else have anything to add?
I think we really bonded because we were
we got, our makeup was dirt and hair grease, and that was it. So I think we were all like put in this situation together, and it was really beautiful. And I am not a nature person at all, but I loved being there with these amazing people. I'm like so proud to be a part of this movie.
I have to say that also for me, having worked with a lot of actors, it's always a concern of mine. You take all these beautiful women out into the woods to get dirty. They won't want to do it. It won't feel real. And you guys really were, true campers and letting in the reality show.